You are listening to High School 510, where sports is the plane, comedy is the pilot, and the sweet Jeeba is our jet fuel. Please sit back and enjoy the ride.
Kodak Black. All the men and women in this world, you just fucked up your airplane, you fucked up your money, you fucked up streams in LA. You just really, Kodak Black, obviously you ain't smart enough to realize how big of a population LA is. You pissed off a whole city saying some stupid shit like that. Like Brandon said, there's a lot of brothers thinking this already. I'm telling you, there's brothers in there's probably brothers on the Lakers thinking this already. There's brothers in the Clippers already thinking this. You know, that one brother that the Dodgers brought up that looked like he was in the G League is thinking it. But they know better than to say it. Ain't nothing wrong.
Derek Fisher is thinking it.
Derek Fisher thought it before Nipsey Russell got shot. He probably said that day, if he was to get shot, I might move in. And if he don't get shot, I might move in. Because I'm Derek Fisher.
Sometimes you just gotta be Dame Lillard, like you've been there before.
Yeah.
When you hit that game winner, just look at the camera.
I love that.
Should
that
we
was
talk
the
about
most boss shit ever?
Oh, when he
just was like staring at the camera.
Yeah, that kind of like
They like, damn, son.
Too bad he ain't no game winners against the Warriors.
They can't help it that they stuck in a place and they can't get lucky in the draft and have Jerry West work for them too.
I got a question for you.
What's up? Ooh, I like questions.
Is it an NBA question?
What happens to the West when Kevin Durant leaves the Warriors?
There's no reason why he should leave the Warriors.
That's not the question that I had. It's a hypothetical. It's a hypothetical.
No, I think that might be my treat.
I think we might get a balance tip. We might get another like Cleveland run out of LeBron for like 2 years with the Lakers.
So like if he goes to like New York.
Because if he goes, we'll get a balance tip. Because
he can still go to somewhere in the West. I don't even care. I'm just saying what happens.
He's going to New York. For me to fully comprehend this, he has to go to New York.
He would go to Washington if they could get rid of John Wall.
He should go to Washington.
If they could somehow convince a team to hire Magic Johnson.
What about if they get rid of
What about
if they get rid of Bradley Beal instead?
This is what I will offer. If I'm Washington, I would say to the Lakers who want Bradley Beal, I would trade you Bradley Beal, but you got to take John Wall too. And you don't have to give a shit. You can keep
we'll
the number
pay
one
part
pick.
of his contract.
We'll take whoever the fuck you don't want on all those weak ass players you got. You can send us someone that's not even on your team, but you got to take that. Then they got a chance to get Durant, Washington.
Yeah, Washington's got to get rid of Wall. Wall's
going east.
Wall's about to get paid $40 million.
Too much money.
But so, Aaron thinks that the Lakers make two runs.
And
what? 2 runs at the title.
2 runs and the Warriors have one.
What's your thought about what happens in the West?
I think the West, if Durant leaves the Warriors. Okay,
Durant leaves the Warriors.
Team,
He can go to any team.
Yeah, if Durant leaves the Warriors, you're gonna have the Warriors probably in the next 4 years making it to maybe 2 or 3 more finals.
2 or 3.
Not
winning. That's a lot.
All right.
No, but let's hear me out.
I'm not sure.
They make it to 2 or 3 more finals in the next 4 to 5 years. They don't necessarily win all those finals. They might win one more. They might win none of them. But I think what they're showing right now with Durant out and winning again and like closing out Houston and coming out and playing Portland the way they're playing Portland, it's just the margin of error is way slimmer now. But the talent and the style of play is still there. And if they can get young players to come in and play roles like the Iguodala role and the Livingston role that can come fill in for those guys with length and athleticism and just intelligence and allow Clay, Steph, and Dre to age into their mid-30s gracefully, then they have at least 2 to 3 more title chances.
No,
I appreciate that.
I'm with you.
I appreciate that. Keegan, go ahead.
I'm gonna go with what's gonna happen in the West or what's gonna happen. Period. In the West, I still think the Warriors are gonna go finals, like he said, not win it. I'm not gonna go 2 to 3 years, but maybe 1 to 2, just because if Kevin Durant leave, we're still gonna go sign Cousins. I'm not sure how well he fits with our defensive schemes, but offensively, if he can stay healthy in the playoffs, we might be able to do some damage. Now I'm talking about the East yet.
Yeah.
So
I don't think the Lakers, they're not in a good spot at all to like contend with
Yeah.
anybody in the West.
Yeah.
hypothetically, this is an incredibly hard question to answer because none of us actually know what any of these teams are going to do, even in the draft or in free agency.
Or 2 months from now.
Free agency. I can tell one thing on free agency is that the Rockets might get rid of Chris Paul just because he's fucking old, his contract is useless, and James Harden said in the post conference that he knows what the Rockets need to do, and he said it with a little bit of animosity. He was like, "Hey, we need to get rid of Chris Paul a little bit," but he didn't say that outright.
Yeah. Well,
I think what's interesting to think about is I think if the teams stay the way that they are,
Right?
even if Durant leaves, there's no team in the West that's going to beat the Warriors.
yeah.
I don't think there's any team,
Unless there's big strides.
because I think the ripple effect of Durant leaving is that the Warriors get a much better bench.
Yep, and I think
Yeah.
Andre Iguodala finally
And I think,
retires.
as you've seen, yes, I think what ends up happening is you still have Steph Curry playing at an MVP caliber level. You probably have a hungrier Draymond Green, because Draymond Green showed that in the regular season this year he really didn't give a fuck, and he was 25 pounds overweight, and then turned it
Playoffs
on
game.
for the playoffs. But when Durant leaves, I think Draymond Green is hungrier.
Well, he
I think
also
really
plays a
what
bigger
the
role.
biggest impact it has is that Klay Thompson plays a bigger role in the offense, and Klay Thompson is able to maximize his offensive abilities. And then, even if they don't, Keegan, like you were saying, even if they don't sign DeMarcus Cousins, you keep Looney,
Yep.
you keep McKinney,
Yep.
but I still think that if the West stays the way it is, Houston's not going to beat the Warriors like that.
Yeah.
The Trailblazers aren't going to beat the Warriors
Damn,
like
bitch.
that. And I think the real wild card is what are the Lakers going to do?
Okay. My thought about that is I think the Warriors will still be. When I said the Lakers, it goes through LeBron. I don't think the Lakers win the West at all. I don't think they finish above no higher than 4th, right? Like I told you before, I tier all the players of all time in the NBA, and so for me, Kevin Durant is in the 2nd tier. That's where Magic, Larry Bird, Kareem, Shaq, Kobe are.
Okay,
Which is fine.
what's
Which
the
is
first-
putting him at a very high level.
Where's first two?
First tier is only 2 people, and that's LeBron and Jordan.
Keep going. 'Cause
Second
I
tier.
have a response. To that.
Second tier is still fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you know how I feel about Magic Johnson and Bird, then you know second tier is fucking amazing. Second tier and first tier, they're closer to each other than third is to second. And anyway, so where I'm going at is this, is that I think with LeBron there, what Kevin Durant helped do was he helped win a lot of regular season games just off his normal play, not even really caring because he's so great. That helped the Warriors be in position to be the 1 seed to play the Clippers in the first round.
But didn't they win more regular season games without Durant?
I don't know. Did he
They
miss
did.
a lot this year?
They set the record the year before.
Oh
they
yeah,
got
yeah.
Durant.
But that was different. They were younger and more try hard. But
Yeah.
as you get older in the NBA, you stop caring about the regular season.
It's hard.
It's hard. You don't. It's a grind.
Like-
and that's why, you see, that was my whole. That was the whole thing. I was upset about Durant joining the Warriors because I couldn't see their championship moxie, right? And when you start seeing a team get older,
The three-peats.
yeah, 3-peats, and then the Lakers with Magic. You start seeing the teams get older. You start seeing they have to win off a championship moxie. And it's a pleasure to see. It was a pleasure to see San Antonio do it when they beat Miami. That was all off of moxie. Miami was the better team, right? It was a pleasure
Oh,
to
it's
see.
like Dallas beating Miami that first year.
Oh, yeah, that was off of just veteran and then
No,
wanted it more.
I'll call that year the perfect storm for Mavericks.
Dallas, no, that was off LeBron James not knowing how to shoot a mid-range jump
knowing how to
shot,
win, yeah,
or
they
take
got
JJ
better.
Barea in the mid post, 1-on-1,
But-
and then them having no shooters to be like,
Yeah,
man,
they had
let's-
no outside
you know what,
shooters.
Tyson Chandler.
So Jared, we can call that
Tyson Chandler-
championship moxie.
That's not championship moxie.
That
No.
LeBron did not have.
Did not
didn't
have.
have it.
Maybe.
I'm
didn't
still
have-
calling it perfect storm.
They made it easy on him though. They were
The
Tyson
perfect
Chandler.
storm.
Hey, Tyson Chandler, let's play a 2-3 zone. They ain't got nobody who can shoot,
Yeah.
so you
They
can
had
just sit in the
no
paint the whole
shooters. He
time,
had
and
locked
all they
shots.
gonna do is drive
He
at you,
dominated that paint,
and
too.
you gonna dominate the paint.
And that was after they made the adjustment because they didn't do that the first 2 games and they got blown out. And then they made the adjustment in the final 4 games that they were basically going to zone up because they can't shoot. They didn't play zone. They still play man.
Yeah.
But I've never seen a team sag that far off of their
I've
man.
never seen
They basically
somebody stand in
challenged
the
them to
key
shoot
the
outside
entire
shot.
time.
Their best outside shooter was Chris
Mike
Bosh.
Mike Miller and Chris Bosh.
The great
And
white
then they went.
American.
That's when they went. That's when we got
Jared
Ray
said his
Allen.
name correctly.
Michael Miller.
They went out and got a couple. They got James Jones and Ray Allen.
I'm a big proponent that Steph Curry gets easily taken out of games too easily taken out of games in the playoffs. I think that's the biggest knock. The biggest knock that I have on Steph Curry
unselfish to a fault
is
at
that
times.
it's easy. It's way easier to take out a 6-foot guard. They are capable of scheming and taking him out, just like the Warriors are doing right now with Dame Lillard.
So this is why
The Warriors are taking out Dame Lillard from
and
this.
that's the difference between tier 2 and tier 3 in my book.
Where do you put Giannis?
Okay, since I judge Steph Curry,
Because that fool can do it without shooting a goddamn basketball.
if he keeps doing what he's doing now, he's going to somehow make it to tier 2 because they can't stop him.
Okay.
Because tier 2 you can't take out of a game. Like, you really can't even slow them down. They're going to get their 20 points unless they had a shitty-ass game and, who knows, rape somebody in Denver or something, right, Kobe? Anyway,
Damn.
which I don't believe he raped her.
So you think he's on Kobe level?
We're not gonna get into that.
We're not going to get into that. I don't think you raped her, Kobe.
We could all raise your hands if you think
there was like
raise your hand if you think it was consensual. Raise your hand if you think it was rape. Okay, all right. We'll reveal our poll.
So anyway, what I'm saying is Giannis could be at tier 2 because
So where is he at right now? Tier 3?
right now the way he's playing right now is he's 3, and that barring some injury, if he keeps playing, even if he doesn't get better than the way he played this year, he's 3 for the rest.
Okay, to add on to Tim's question, what do you think it will take for him to get to tier 2?
Not much more.
Not much more.
Sustainable.
Dude.
No.
Sustainability.
Hey, what do y'all think about Mark Jackson? Do you think?
I was about to get into that.
How you going?
He don't get a vote.
Hey, no, not Mark Jackson getting a vote.
What?
But do you
What
think?
happened?
Do you think Mark Jackson deserved to be considered for a head coaching job? You know, with maybe the Lakers or one of these other teams, because
I don't think
from
he's
anything
in
I've
interviews.
heard, he hasn't gotten interviews. And as a player, I was listening to somebody else the other day, Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp. Shout out to First Take, or was it First Take, or what is it?
No, it's
Undefeated.
They don't have Joy Taylor no more.
Shout
Ain't got no
out
reason to watch it.
Shout out to Undisputed
She's not on there
sponsorship.
anymore?
Nah,
She's
she
on,
on Colin Coward now.
Yeah, Colin Coward. She gets more airtime.
That's the only reason why I watch it now.
Hey, shout out to
that woman is gorgeous.
Shout out to Skill and shout out to my boy Shannon Sharp. But what I will say is this: Shannon Sharp. Okay, Shannon Sharp. He brought up
Is it Undisputed? Something
Undisputed. He brought up the issue of he thought it was unfair that Mark Jackson. There's been no talk of Mark Jackson getting interviews.
I think he'll be good at somewhere like Phoenix, getting them to become men, getting them to grow up some.
But wouldn't you say that's
But
there
I don't
for the
think they'll
Lakers?
become the Warriors.
That's not there for the Lakers though. They
No,
have a bunch
because
of
they have
players.
LeBron there. You don't need to bring in Mark Jackson sitting there preaching,
I'll argue-
talking this.
I'll
and
argue with you on that one, though, Aaron.
Cassius Clay.
Aaron, I'll argue with you on
No,
that one.
I think he would've
LeBron
been-
is not there to cultivate young players. He's not there to build young players.
Let's get to the
I
argument
agree, but you can't
second.
have them both. You can't have them both.
Because I want to say some shit too, Jared.
You can't have them both.
Say some shit.
And I think Mark Jackson would be good at a place like Phoenix.
Say some shit.
Sacramento
Sounds
2 years ago.
Exactly what I was gonna say.
Maybe even this year. If Sacramento, I'll be honest, Sacramento don't make the playoffs this year, then you might as well get away from the person that's supposed to be an X and O guy and go with the Mark Jackson.
Well, they went with Luke Walton.
Oh, well, yeah, they should have went Mark Jackson.
Yeah, I'm okay with Luke Walton.
But Luke Walton's supposed to be, you know what? He's supposed to be great at X and O's. He
Luke
couldn't do
Walton's
it with
getting me
LeBron
too
around.
right now, so
If
Luke
he's-
Walton might not even have a job.
Yeah.
He might
So Mark
get
Jackson, keep that schedule clear.
Yeah. I think that Mark Jackson was never a great coach.
No, never.
But
He
what
was
I
Mike
think
Singletary.
that you can say
Whoa.
about NBA coaches, quote unquote, that really separates them apart is that the great coaches coach. Everyone else is just there to like gas fools up.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it's good when they're young.
And I think
It's
that
good when they're young.
and I think that Mark Jackson did a great job of doing that
I got the greatest
with the
two
Warriors
shooting guards of
when
all time.
they needed it. And I agree with Aaron that I think young teams like
Phoenix,
the Phoenix
Sacramento.
Suns,
Oh, the Phoenix Suns are a shit show. Not gonna happen.
They're
you
gonna
know,
be there for a long
teams that have a core staple of young talent, but have not reached the playoffs yet, could use a coach like Mark Jackson who's going to make them all feel good. But let's not forget that Mark Jackson couldn't even have his own assistant coach next to him because he was so afraid of them undercutting him. So no, do I think Mark Jackson is a great coach? Fuck no. Would I hire him for my franchise? Probably not. And I am a Kings fan, so There you
So
go.
if he's so to reiterate, if Luke Walton wasn't there and there was a coaching position available, you would not hire Mark Jackson.
I would.
That is a really
I
hard
wouldn't do it.
question because I actually might.
It's not even that much. It's not even that hypothetical. Like you said,
I think
Luke getting the hot meat too.
I was not super keen on them hiring I almost said Luke Jackson. Luke Walton. I do think Mark Jackson might have actually been a better hire, but that is a very specific scenario.
Okay, so wait, my whole thing is that I always relate this to cooking, and if you have to build a kitchen and you have to build a chef. If you give a chef like bread, pasta, and eggs, and you say, hey, I want you to make lasagna, that shit's not gonna work. If you give Mark Jackson what he needs, it kind of works, but then again, he wants it his way or it's the highway.
I'm gonna tell you this: Mark Jackson's a farmer. He'll grow and cultivate the ingredients,
Okay,
but he's not gonna turn it into a masterpiece dish.
Question.
He'll grow the corn, but he won't make corn
Yeah, he
tortillas.
gets the tomatoes, he gets the cilantro, the parsley, all that garlic, and good shit.
But he's not gonna make salsa. He gonna make I
He
grow all
ain't
this and
gonna make nothing. He's just
I'll
gonna
take
grow
a bite of
And
this, and then I'll take a bite of that, and then I'll take a little nibble of this, and then I'll stretch some of this in my mouth, and then I got what I got.
he's gonna grow like tomatoes, cilantro, and like corn, and be like I'm making sushi. Like,
Yeah,
bruh,
exactly.
nah.
Exactly.
You made the best tomatoes. You made the best corn. Why are you fucking making
No,
sushi?
you knew how to grow them, and you knew how to make sure the tomatoes are very ripe.
I think I'm
and
gonna
you
put
picked
more
them.
cilantro in the salsa than the tomatoes.
He's not the one that's gonna. He is not the one that is going to make
But I'm like
the finished product, and that's why they had to get rid of him. And I agree why they got rid of him.
But he's smart enough where he knew that he needed Andre Iguodala. Like the whole reason why Andre Iguodala came over.
Jerry West knew they
No,
needed
the
Andre.
whole reason why he came over was because of Mark Jackson.
Well,
Mark
no,
Jackson,
'cause he
like,
liked Mark
He needs to
Jackson.
be juiced up too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mark Jackson.
Mark Jackson was the selling point.
Well, here's the thing. Mark Jackson was able to say, hey, I'm going to put you guys... Mark Jackson is a good enough basketball mind, to say, I know what your strengths are. I'm going to put you in position to play to your strengths.
Yep.
He wasn't the mind that was like, all right, when it's crunch time or it's like making small adjustments to just to maximize your game, he wasn't the coach that was going to be able to do that. And that was his problem. He wasn't going to be able to draw up plays. He wasn't going to be the dude who was going to make the adjustments necessary to put you at the peak optimal level. But he was going to get you to where it
I
was like...
disagree. Under Don Nelson,
Khaleesi.
they had they had a high ass offense, but they had no defense. And what's the one thing that Mark Jackson says?
Defense. You know, I
Thank you.
said that 'cause he
Hands
didn't know
down,
shit about
man's
offense.
down.
Yeah.
As soon as he took over, and like
They
within,
got defensively
They
great.
played defensive.
They
But
had
you know,
the-
also
they had the number one defense.
Well, here's why I say give Mark Jackson credit. He was brave enough to say, David Lee, you are now no longer the starter, and Draymond Green is the starter.
yes,
After his rookie year, David Lee went down, and Draymond Green had to play in. The second year coming back, he's like, David Lee, is he an incumbent? Does he get his starting spot back? No, he's like, no, Draymond Green is the dude I'm rolling with. And he rolled with a younger dude who played better defense and actually is a better player than David Lee. He had a vision to see that. So I give credit to Mark Jackson for having that. But when they started hitting walls, he didn't know how to get them around those walls. And that's where
I will agree with that as well.
he didn't know how to help them navigate.
And
He's
that's
like
why they
Derek
were losing
Fisher.
to the Clippers.
Yeah,
because
he's
he
like
didn't know what he was doing.
Derek
And
Fisher,
should've
man.
been
They
losing
put
to the Clippers.
their pan legs on one at a time, just like you, man.
Man, just like you, man. They put their pants leg on one at a time.
But then
Hey, give me your wife's phone number.
under Steve Kerr, I will say that he does know how to listen to outside sources as well. So he's not afraid to listen to somebody that's like Alvin Gentry, Luke Walton.
No, he brought in talented
I'll
people.
get you.
Mike-
Don't know what the fuck he doing.
Mike Brown.
Don't know what the fuck he doing.
Mike Brown.
I'm waiting for you to name someone that he actually was listening to.
Who? Steve Kerr?
Ron Adams
No,
Yeah.
what
was their
he's doing.
defensive guy.
Jaron,
That's the dude.
Who? What's the name? Just had a coaching interview with the Grizzlies. I think it was like their assistant coach,
Who?
Jaron. What's his name? Jaron
Jaron
Collins.
Collins, yeah.
Don't know
No.
what the fuck
Hey,
he
what about
doing.
that?
Collins.
Hey, I got a question. What about that older white dude with the glasses who looked like he was the negotiator?
That's
That
not
dude,
defense.
he's been around. That's Ron Adams. He's been around for a minute. Ron Adams. He's an architect.
I will say not only does Steve Kerr know how to coach his team, but he know how to coach his assistants underneath him as well.
He allows
Can
them-
I ask a question? Sorry, I banged on the table. Jared, I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
It's all right. I like the
We'll see.
enthusiasm.
We'll see if it works out.
Enthusiasm.
Do the Warriors win all these championships without Mark Jackson as their head coach to start?
No.
Without Mark Jackson?
Quick hitter.
No.
Rookie, no.
Ooh, no.
No. It was a part of the piece.
Also,
Yeah,
no.
'cause they
Also,
don't-
no for me.
They don't get Andre Iguodala, and then they don't build the team the way that
No,
they have
and
right now.
they don't understand the reason for defense. Yeah, they don't
don't
develop the way they develop.
Oh, he let Steph and Clay play through
So
some bad
what
seasons
I'm trying
too.
to say, shouts out to Mark Jackson.
Somebody's going to have to give up some booty.
Somebody in that bed gonna give up booty. It might be me.
Plus, Sweet Dick Pie became a knight.
Hey, you know what? Shouts out to Sports Illustrated for bringing Tyra Banks back.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Shout out to Sports Illustrated for making the sticky page issue on your naked your bare skin.
Oh, the
I
Tyra
get
Banks.
sometimes I get some of the best rubs out. No, with those, I appreciate it. You're welcome.
Dude, I
This is beautiful. What is
Yeah, wait, hold on, Jerry. Jerry, you can't say this. Hold on, dude. You a millennial. Now, people my age can say they got rubs out the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition because we're older.
Wait, is Keegan a millennial?
Yeah, Keegan, how old are you?
Don't worry about it.
You give me
He's in
if
between
you
you
are
and
anywhere
Jerry.
from 39 to 21, you're a millennial.
No, 39.
39 to 21?
No, Jerry, you're like, if you were born in basically like
39 to 21.
1980, like 1982.
The
like
whole
1982.
millennial range is all fucked
It's
up. I don't-
1982 to like Rayon, to like 95.
Basically, you're
96.
30.
82?
Yeah.
82. It covers like
Dude.
15 years.
It's no,
God damn,
that's
that's a lot
no.
of years.
Generations should be 6 to 8 years, and
No.
for some reason,
That makes
Look
no
it up.
sense.
It doesn't say that.
no,
You
I know,
can't
but
go
no,
see-
you're going
I
off somebody
am
else's
looking
definition.
it up.
My
Okay, anyways,
definition.
what were you gonna say?
My definition is that a generation is not a fucking 15 to 20 year
I agree,
period of time.
Jared.
And
All right,
that's
yeah,
my
right
point.
now.
But
Yeah.
that's
What's your
all
question?
No,
social
you can look it
scientists
up.
from the day of
You can
time
look it up too.
have
What is
been
it?
there
Okay,
for
Okay.
years.
It's
So
gonna
it
be
is
what
a person reaching young adulthood in the early 20th century.
So look at the years. Watch.
The 20th century
It's gonna be
was
Early 20th
early
century?
2000s.
Mm-hmm.
So, Keegan,
Yeah.
were you reaching young adulthood by the early 2000s?
What's
And
the
when you say
definition of young
reaching
adulthood?
an adulthood, you mean
So
like
I mean, like, were
18,
you
17.
No,
did I
Were
already
you-
have a spank bank like at the age of like whenever I was at 2000?
No, young adult is like 12 and 13. That's
Okay,
like
yeah.
puberty.
It's,
Okay.
They're going
So
off the
anyways, answer your
colonial
question. Yes.
methodology.
Aaron, what is your question?
So
Do any of y'all know what a BBC is?
you are a millennial.
Yes.
According to this, I have anyone born between 1981 and 1996.
That's a big
So-
ass age range.
But that's what they
15 years,
all
dude.
are.
Mm.
Yeah,
When
but
they
go ahead. Go
look,
ahead.
go look back at.
You can use somebody.
baby
You can
boomers.
use a white man's
What's-
prowess on how he wants to
what is your
define your
question?
generation, and you be fine with
I'm
that,
sorry,
Aaron.
but
I'm not fine with that.
96 is too young for me to be a millennial. I will agree
Well,
with
96 is 1 year, like 2 years younger than Rayon. So I would go to like
No,
Rayon
it
or
is
95.
not, dude.
If I'm going
What is
to,
your question?
if
You
I'm
don't
going to
think Rayon's a
middle,
millennial?
What is your question?
Rayon's a millennial. Yeah,
Aaron, what is your question?
he's on the outer range of millennials.
Yeah,
he's
he's on the
getting
edge.
older.
What's that
But you're
millennial?
saying I'm millennial, and I'm way older than Rayon.
What's
You're
that?
not Generation X. I'm Generation X.
No,
You're
but
not
you-
Generation
What's
but
after
you're-
millennial? What's after millennial?
Here's the here,
They're still
Fundamental-
It's like
Yeah, so-
Generation
Funda-
Y.
fundamental,
Yeah, yeah, so they really
fundamental.
don't
Here,
call them generations
here,
dumbass.
before we have this conversation that doesn't mean much, I'm gonna say this:
Generations
the fundamental core of what this general conversation is that some people hold Gen X, Gen Y, which are very long and vast, expensive times.
So you say you're Y then?
No, I don't say I'm any of those. I'm saying is that there is more nuance than what they've given. They've given letters. They've given 15 to 20 year ranges for these generations, and I don't think that's accurate, and that's not. It's not articulating the
Would you
actual
say-
nuance,
would you
and
say-
especially.
Oh my gosh! How you get loud? I'm asking you a question.
I'm trying to finish my thought, especially in the
Oh,
fact
it's
that.
forever.
Especially in the fact that shit is changing at a faster and increasing rate than it has in the past. So yeah, like from the 1800s to like the mid 1950s, you know what? You could have your generations be like, hey, it's a 15-year window. As you get from the 1950s to the 1980s and 90s, those windows are getting smaller and smaller because things are changing and so much more is being put into society and so much more content and so much more stimulus is being produced. You can't have generations that span fucking me when I'm 15 and I'm joining up with somebody who's just being born when I'm 15, 16 years old.
Well, also your lifespan was a lot lower when you were like in
Exactly.
1800s.
You have to take that into relativity. You can't be like, hey man, Generation A, 15 years. Generation B, 15. Generation Z,
so my-
15
anyways,
years.
what is your
It don't
question,
work
Aaron?
that
My
way.
question is,
By the
you're
way-
a millennial, so you're used.
Yeah, why not?
When I grew up on porn, it's funny. My friend came in town, him and his wife, and we were
Internet changed everything.
We were joking around with his wife how we used to go to this place on Telegraph called Collector's Realm to get porn.
Oh,
Me too.
And so you know how they had that back room that was disturbing?
No, you did not pull out
Yeah, pull out
Collector's
Collector's
Realm.
Remember how I had all the comic books and collectibles at front, and then you go in that dirty ass back room that was bigger than the front. That was full of porn.
I had facial hair in middle school, so I used to just walk back there, and they didn't say shit.
Here's the craziest
I was
thing.
tall,
So
and I was
me and
big.
Andre were joking around, and Andre's like, man, Aaron, man, the craziest thing was, man, they used to keep you in that back room. They check your ID before you go. They used to check your ID all the time for you. They
never
never
checked
here's the
my
crazy
ID.
thing.
Sometimes
when
you
we
gotta act
came
like you
out,
belong.
you still bought and paid for the items up front. We'd be up there with moms and kids, holding
And
smut,
they give you a black
a black bag. That's the most hilarious thing was the black bag.
Black bag.
Dude, I used to walk out and I'm like, here I am standing in front of this mom's or kid. I'm trying to hide the fact I'm holding Oriental Tail behind me. I got an Oriental Tail magazine.
What was it called? It was called Oriental
It
Tail?
was called Oriental Tail. It had Asia Career on the cover. We and my boy was talking about how we started renting from the place that's now like over there by the freeway off of Telegraph. By the 24. We used to rent from there. Nikki, that was her name. He was asking me what was her name. Nikki was the girl that worked there. She was always cool. We had to go from renting, and we used to borrow each other's VCRs. God damn it. So we can dub videotapes, right? That's what I'm saying. I'm Generation X. We had to go through work to get porn.
Yeah.
You had the internet.
No.
Why the hell are you sitting there talking about you making Sports Illustrated sticky pages?
No.
I never used no J.C. Penney catalog.
First of all,
I have also used the J.C. Penney catalog, and I am 29.
I have never used a J.C. Penney.
I'm gonna say
That's
this.
because my family got internet way late.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Internet
I
was
didn't get
not
internet until
easily accessible.
I still had dial-up internet.
Yeah, I had dial-up through high school.
That's not the best.
I didn't get good internet till college. I didn't know about downloading porn until I got to college.
I learned about cookies through dial-up because once you let AsiaCareer.com totally load up, every time you went to it, it loaded up fast.
There's way more nuance to these generations that they're not giving credence to, and you buying into it, man. You selling out everybody else.
Dial-up was great. I didn't have dial-up. I wish I had dial-up.
You know, no. You don't wish you had dial-up because when you had dial-up, you wish you said, "Fuck it, it's might not even work."
Aaron, have you ever lost a computer to LimeWire because of dial-up? No.
Have you ever had your computer completely incapacitated for the next 8 to 12 hours because you were downloading one song on LimeWire?
Yes.
Not even a video.
See, what you guys are forgetting is that
you can't do nothing
you
else on
started
that
there.
computer.
I was in there. I was happy.
I would rather
own
just
internet,
dub some shit on the VHS.
You gotta use both hands. Like if you got pages, you like bam.
You know what I used to do?
Bam.
You know what I used to do when dial-up and I was downloading songs? I would download and leave the house. So me and my girlfriend had a list of songs we wanted. She put it on the songs list and we would rank them. And then it might have been her turn. So our rule was whoever was like, if she would wake up, she'll start downloading the song on dial-up. And then like if I woke up, took a shower, and then she already went off to school or something, I was going to work. If her song was done, then I'll download the next song on the list.
Yeah, my thing is
right. It took 3 hours.
You know, you create a queue. I had to create a queue, and I'll be like, "Oh, everyone's going to bed. Everyone's going to bed."
Jared.
And I would start the download, and I'll be like, "Hopefully, when I wake up, nobody is called in the middle of the night for an emergency, and
Star
hopefully,
6, 7, baby.
all 7 songs that I have tried to download will be there."
Star 6, 7. Nobody.
I didn't have my own computer, so I had to share a computer with my dad and my brother.
Oh yeah, my family we had a laptop. We had to share.
The original iMac.
Right?
That's how you learn how to get rid of the man.
That's right. You gotta delete the history.
I thought I deleted history, right?
Clear history.
I thought I did everything right. I'm on my parents' house. All of a sudden, my sister started having a fit. Because my 4-year-old niece is on the computer fucking around. Or 5-year-old. She might have been like 7 or 8. And she's fucking around. And a picture pop up. It was Asia Career. To this day, I ain't said shit. I was like, I don't know how she did that.
You did not
That's
shit
all I
out of
said.
that.
To this day, they still blame her for bringing up that picture of Asia Career. And my dad was like, I know who brought up. I know who was on that picture. I was like, man, I don't know. She got the bedroom. I'm sleeping on the fucking couch.
And that,
It was my picture.
You have to get in when you get it in.
Cutty Corner shoutouts, Cutty Corner shoutouts. Have your shit ready.
I was born ready.
It's time.
We're burning now.
God, if you get it in, help!
So cold and bleeding now, now, now.
I'm in for it, man.
Gonna let you down.
He had sex with my mama.
We're broken people now.
I just said I need a pack of
Jared, I have a question for you.
gotta
And
go
I've
in
had this
29 for
question
backyard.
since literally I started listening to this podcast.
Yeah, what's up?
How does the bacchiotomy segment fit into that whole
Cutty Corner shout out.
jingle? Yeah.
All right, Cutty Corner shout outs. Cutty Corner shout outs. Cutty Corner shout outs is where we get to complain about things that are not going well or things that you are upset about, things that have misgivings towards you, whether it's a person, place, or thing, things that have crossed you or just frustrated you. So it's an opportunity. And so the fact that, he said, God, if you can hear me, help me please. It's praying to God. You want things to improve. I'm impotent man. You want that, it's a problem.
All of these things I understand.
He had sex with my mama. That's a dirty motherfucker. Hating on him. And then Doc said on the bacchiotomy, you could complain about something that's like personal to yourself. Like, what I'm saying? Just could be like, hey man, shout out to my my ankle. Shout out to my my Achilles.
So it's literally the bacchiotomy one is literally we are broken.
And it's
people.
Broken people now,
Okay,
man.
all right. So that one was just too literal.
But all right, Aaron, Cutty Corner shout out. Aaron, what is your Cutty Corner shout out?
I don't know why you said be ready. I was born ready.
I know you
Stay
born
ready. You
ready.
ain't got to get ready.
Just stay ready.
All right.
Never go fool.
My Cody Credit shout out goes out to Jon Snow, staying on the Game Throne. While I did want you an Iron Throne, I do love your hair. I do feel like we are spirits and we are connected.
Is Jon
I give
Spirit animal.
Jon Snow's your spirit animal?
He's my spirit animal. He held true to the prophecy, and he tempered his sword in Nisa.
Is that the name of the sword?
No, that was one of the prophecies, man. You're going to hear about it in the books a lot. And he stayed true. He was the prince that was promised. But while he was, I felt like, you know what? When you told her she was your queen for now and ever and all time, you drop right there on that Iron Throne and make love on that Iron Throne. I would have made love on that Iron. Whew. The Iron Throne would have never seen
While
how
it was
much-
melting.
Before and while. Drogon would have came and melted because he would have heard the screams of you crying
Who's
as we
Drogon?
making love. The dragon.
Oh, okay.
The dragon would have been melting the throne because he would have been like, hey, I thought she was dying the way she was screaming because I would have been making love on it. You would have thought I was Clarence Carter. Ooh, shit.
Clarence Carter. Hey, I had a weed dealer named Drogon.
Yeah. I heard his shit was straight fire.
Straight fire. That good shit. Dude, that's the one there. Hey, that's a new strain of weed. Shout out, trademark, sponsorship. Drogon weed, bruh. Straight fire.
Straight fired. You tell him, Jerry. And so that's what I'm saying, man. Jon Snow, you should have been making love on that Iron Throne before you stabbed her. I would have tempered my sword in a whole different way.
Gonna sheath that sword.
It would have been
I would have
tempered.
unsheathed it.
No.
Gonna sheath those sword.
Man, my shit ain't been sheathed in a long
You
time.
just gonna let it all out.
I would have bang, 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 bang.
I like for my sword to be bloody.
It's like,
I'm not sure
girl,
I like that.
it's like, where's the moon at? Nah, not yet.
Not yet, because I got a bloody sword.
Aaron got to ask if she on her moon's blood first.
I'm bloodying it even if she's not.
Yeah.
You would think I'm Ryan Madison.
Hey,
You would have thought I was Ryan Madison.
Are you-
I would have been sitting backwards on the Iron Throne. Like, hey man, maybe Jon Snow took the throne. He's sitting backwards on it right now. They want to know.
are you mad that Jon Snow didn't try and get at Missandei? Are you okay with that?
I'm
Stay
kind
away
of
from
mad
that girl.
about that too because
Why?
he should. Man, you saw him. Look, Tim has already said he would have took 2 scorpions to get at her where she was about to get beheaded. He would have. If she
taken
got
2 at
beheaded,
least.
he would have took 2 scorpions to stop him from climbing that wall.
At least
2. So don't think just because she my queen, I ain't got a queen side piece.
I mean, she has to interpret for you too.
Man, she speak High Valerian,
She would-
High Yeller.
What is it like? 12 different dialects?
Man,
12
she
different
might
languages?
speak medium Valerian. That's what I speak. She might speak country Alabama Valerian.
I bet she got all the flavors of the
When you
salsa.
speak Alabama Valerian, you might get done up on that throne too.
My Cutty Corner shout out goes to Sir Barristan Selmy. I don't know what the actor's name is, but that is what I call him.
He died on the show.
For
Okay, I never saw him.
bitter.
for basically trying to call out my boy Germ,
He did.
aka George R.R. Martin, for sitting on 2 books.
He did call it out.
I'm not even mad that he was like, he got these 2 books. really what I'm mad about is the fact that I'm like, yo, dude, we all knew. We all know he's sitting on something. But why you gotta make it? Why you gotta put it out in the media like that?
I know, because that's gonna slow him down even more.
Why you gotta
putting him
wait?
out.
Exactly, Aaron. That's what I'm thinking. Like, dude, now he gonna wait 2 years.
Yeah, just let him do his job.
Just let him do.
He was gonna do it right. He was gonna do it better.
He was gonna have 2 books out.
Yeah.
And now your boy George out here talking about, no, man, how dare he say some shit like that? I'm like, dude, we already knew you had a book at least in waiting. Just put it out when the show is over. Your boy Barris and Selmy fucking up the whole game.
If you got hate in your heart, let it out.
He fucking up the whole game. I know that they pull some cutthroat, Gone Girl type shit on your ass in that show. And you didn't deserve to go out like that. Sir
His character wasn't dead in the book, so he was still salty.
You did not deserve to go out like that. But
you
know
took
what?
him out a horrible way.
But you know what? Now you fucking up the books too, man. And that's where I draw.
But he got taken out of the back alley, Tim. That's like crackhead shit.
But did you see Tyrone Biggums going out like that?
No, Tyrone Biggums is the actual crackhead. So he's like a roach. You cut the head off and still survive.
Hey, shout out! Have y'all ever seen a crackhead go to sleep?
No.
Oh, God damn.
Quick question.
Don't tell me you got a video of it.
And if you want to see a crackhead sleep,
They don't go to sleep.
no, you gotta send them to John Wick. John Wick. John Wick. The Baba Yaga. He'll put some crackheads to sleep for you. The Baba Yaga.
Tell me he didn't just say that.
I'm gonna keep it Game of Thrones related.
Thank you, because that's what we're trying to do,
Thank
Kiegan.
you, Keegan.
You're welcome.
Or at least basketball related. I'm just saying that before Jared just go off the rails.
I'm gonna go with Sir Porn Podrick as the only dude who ever banging
You said
Arya
Sweet
Stark.
Dick Pod?
Sweet Dick Podrick. Sweet Dick Podrick.
My boy Sweet Dick?
I heard
Sweet
they
Dick
call you
Pod.
Sweet Dick Podrick. Yeah, girl, I'm a bad man.
Over there banging him out. He banged the only chick that killed the Night King. I gotta give it up to him for
I know,
that.
you're talking about Kendrick.
No, you talking about Kit Gendry.
Yeah, so who's Sweet Dick Pod?
Sweet Dick Podrick is the one that was, remember, he squired for Tyrion at first, and he killed the guy who was trying to kill
Damn,
Tyrion.
I thought those two were the same people.
Then and that's why they paid for him to sleep with the prostitutes.
They paid him.
The prostitutes ended up paying him at the
Still,
end.
Sweet Dick Pod.
So he's
Okay, so
Sweet
I'm
Dick
gonna go
Pod,
too. Sweet Dick Pod and Kendrick.
I'm glad you went 2, because now you've only become the second person on this podcast to go 2, because Jared goes 2 every day for no fucking reason.
I don't know why. Sweet Dick Pod just because he got paid to bang some hookers.
And Gendry for banging Audra.
And he tried to wife her, and she was like, "Nah, I'm cool," and he didn't take it too bad. He was like, "All right, whatever, bitch."
Well, he don't
He's like, I still got my territories and
For
lands.
real, like
but
I'm
my
kidding,
territories
bitch.
and lands, I'm sleeping
I
with
got my
all.
holdings.
You don't know how much pussy I'm about to get right now.
Exactly. If I wanted to sleep with a 13-year-old boy, I'll go ahead and sleep with Alex Morgan on the U.S. soccer team.
Look, a 13-year-old boy.
My Cutty Corner shout out goes out to all these motherfuckers online who are like, man, you know how to fix household appliances and different things around the house? Man, you just take some food and you smash it into the hole where
Top
it's broken.
ramen. Jared has been looking at the top ramen challenge.
No. It's more than that.
What they do?
I've
Tell
seen
me what they do. I'm trying to listen to you.
So if you
Is
haven't
this that
seen
one where the top ramen was smashed into the
Smash
sink?
into
here's
that,
I'll tell you. So
There's
there,
I don't know
quite a
what's
few,
happening, so let me
That
hear.
looks like the dumbest thing in
there's
the world.
a
That can't be
few.
real.
There's a few. So there's one where there's a broken sink, a porcelain sink, and they pack in a bunch of top ramen and break it up and like slam it in there. And then there's another one where there's like a hole like in the hardwood floor, like it's been like burnt out. And they take an eggshell and they smash the egg and they clear away the egg and they pack the eggshell down. Or there's another one where there's an Oreo cookie on like a nice marble like table or countertop in the bathroom. Like all these different things. And they were like, man, look at this thing. What I can do. I can sit here and I can smash some generic, cheap, janky ass food on top of this. And then I could just, use this magic ingredient to fortify it. And then I spray paint over it and spend another 1.5 to 2 hours painting it so it looks natural again. You know what the magic ingredient is? Fucking super glue. Okay? Like, yeah, super glue with anything is going to make it pretty much fortified. Like, super glue will close up a cut. Super glue will... If you pour chemical...
I don't believe any of them actually use super glue.
So what do you think that is?
What were they doing
They were
with this
using
shit?
like lacquer.
To do
Jared,
what?
Of course.
That's
What
not
are
a
they trying to
lacquer.
do?
That's not a lacquer.
That's part of the challenge, the food challenge? They use a
no.
lacquer?
Dude.
Can you show me a video in which they use super glue?
That is super glue. Those are bottles of super glue.
They just like pour.
You're not
super
using
glue over it?
lacquer will not dry. Number one, that will take even if they use lacquer, they'd be stupid because that would take even more hours to dry. Number two, it's super glue because that will dry and it will get hard and it will crust over and it will not allow those ingredients to degrade nearly as quickly as they would if they were something else.
Okay, so what is your even if it is super glue?
So my main thing is like, don't sit here and try and be like, man, I'm a genius because I'm using an Oreo cookie or I'm using some goddamn top ramen noodles or I'm using an eggshell to fix my house. No, motherfucker, you using super glue.
Is that
you
part
might
of
as
the
well
top
use
ramen challenge?
You might as well use duct tape.
I think it's a real challenge. I just made that up.
You might as well use anything. Like
challenges are just fucking stupid now.
Hey, I could take a shit in my hand. I could paste it on the wall where there's a hole, and if I put a bunch of super glue and other chemicals, other crazy ass chemicals, that shit's gonna seal. Okay.
So then you can say your shit sealed.
So yeah.
But really,
hey,
it's a super glue.
Yeah. So I don't want to hear nobody out here be like, look at what I'm doing. Not to mention you spending an extra like 30 minutes to an hour and a half to 3 hours sitting there trying to paint all the coloration and make it perfect looking again. Motherfuckers, don't give me the bullshit. Y'all using super glue to fix this shit. Don't be like, man, I'm gonna use top ramen as the start of this.
It sounds like
some bullshit.
that ain't even Alabama wouldn't use that, Jared.
Yeah, no. It's stupid. Man, I'll use a bunch of pine needles to fill in this hole and then I poured over all this super glue and cement on it and it looked like a normal cement again. Like, nah, nigga, like you can fill a pothole with fucking hey man, y'all want to get some flowers and fill this pothole? As long as you pour cement on top of it, it'll work.
Gluten-free flour.
Yeah, so that's my thing. Hey, shout out to all those people trying to act like they doing some real shit. My other Cutty Corner shout out goes out to
Cutty Corner shout out.
Real quick.
Like he had to he said he said the wrong person.
Well, here's
like
my
and it still worked.
Mine goes out to
they both getting pussy.
to all these states who are deciding to decide upon the liberties of individual people who have no representation or recollect of what it is like to be those people. I think there is important responsibility put on these people who are put in power to use nuance, to use information, to use all the different perspectives to make their decisions instead of their own, which I think is what is happening and has always happened in this country. People use their own perspective in their positions of power to affirm and rectify their own situations instead of rectifying the greater good. So to all the people who are dominating and causing all these anti-abortion laws, I think y'all need to step back and drink some tea and think about it. Anyways, that is our show.
That looks weird.
That is our show. Y'all got any closing comments?
How are we sorting your Cutty Corner shout out?
Don't worry about it. Y'all got any closing comments, niggas? That's my question.
Can I get one?
Y'all niggas, all of a sudden you guys want to have some kind of format right now. Nah, niggas, y'all have not had no format the whole goddamn time. Do you have any closing comments before we close out? Thank you for listening to our show. You have any closing comments, Aaron?
No.
Tim?
Yeah. What was we talking about again?
Okay, Kiegan.
Sweet dick pod.
Man. Thank you, Kiegan. Sweet Dick Pod. Shout out. Sponsorship.
Hey, thank you for listening to this show. We're going to see what we get out of this show. It's going to be an interesting edit. I don't know if I have 3 hours and 20 minutes.
No.
Down, bitch!
Sweet dick pod coming out with his own condoms.
See, we're going to leave y'all with this. A bunch of bitches yelling and screaming. It's kind of like an Instagram video. Shout out to Instagram sponsorship. Shout out to all the ignorant online Instagram stories that we have an ignorant ass shit sponsorship.
Kendrick talking about I got this Valerian steel for you.
Bang. Hey, you think they could have made the Game of Thrones song with bangs?
Bang, 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 bang,
bang, bang, bang,
bang, bang.
Am I the only one that's always aroused? I'm starting to think I might have to go to some of them clinics that like Mar Odom should have went to.
2000. Ain't nobody believe his ass.
Man, I believe him. I believe Wilt Chamberlain. I believe Lexington Steele. I believe Mr. Marcus.
Still, come on now. I mean,
Wilt Chamberlain.
Aaron, you done named 3 porn stars, and I'm including Wilt Chamberlain.
Ooh, this nigga up on that name.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Wilt Chamberlain. He ain't got off that nag.
100,000, 10,000,
He's
10,000.
still going on nag. It's like, man, he keep going from nag to nag.
What's going to happen? Somebody gonna get pregnant.
See, that's what happened when you ain't got no more Mandingo fighters. Wilt Chamberlain just becomes straight up breaking records.